How to find your purpose and meaning in life? The first step that you need to take is to correct this wrong question, because I believe that purpose and meaning is not something external which is lost and you should find it. It is something that you define internally. It is something that you create and determine for yourself. So instead of asking this wrong question, how to find your purpose and meaning, we should ask a question like this: how to define your purpose and meaning in life? And this question has two important messages in it. The first message is that you are the only person who is responsible for your meaning and purpose and your goal in life. Nobody else is. You yourself are responsible. And the second message is that it doesn't matter if you haven't had a meaning or a purpose or a goal so far in your life. You can define it right now. You can set and create a meaning, a purpose, a goal for yourself right now. How? It's so easy. You just need to follow and experience what I call the touch of death and life. I believe that at the end of our lives, we will ask ourselves four main questions, and our answers to these questions will determine whether we have lived a good and meaningful life or not. These questions are about our life, ourselves, our character, our personality, our relationships, and our place in this world. To better understand these questions, let's do an exercise. I call this exercise the touch of death. I want you to close your eyes and imagine that you are in your deathbed. You are taking your last breaths and you know that you are going to die. And while taking your last breaths, I want you to first think about your life and ask yourself, did I really come to this world to live this life? Is this life my dream life, the life that I always dreamed about living? Is this life the best life that I could ever live? Am I happy with this life? And if I had a second chance to live, would I continue living like this? If your answer to any of these questions is no, then I want you to write down at least 3 to 10 things that you would do differently, that you would change in your life if you had a second chance to live. So go ahead and do this exercise. Second question. While taking your last breaths, I want you to think about yourself and ask, did I live up to my full potential? Did I try my best to live a good life? Did I live like a confident and courageous person, and did I face my fears and challenge my limitations and boundaries? Or I lived like a coward person and I stepped back whenever I saw a challenge because I was afraid. I was afraid of rejection. I was afraid of failure. And generally, am I happy with my personality, with my behavior? And if I had a second chance to live, would I choose to be the same person and do the same things? If your answer to any of these questions is no, then I want you to write down 3 to 10 things that you would change in your behavior, 3 to 10 things that you would develop in your personality and in your character so that you live a good life if you had a second chance to live. Third question. You are taking your last breaths. You are in your deathbed. And everybody who you love and everybody who loves you is there watching you. Your mother, your father, your brothers, your sisters, your friends, your love, and your children. All of them are there watching you. Look at each one of them and ask yourself, was my relationship with these people the best relationship that I could have? Did I love these people openly? Did I have the courage to give real love to these people? or I buried my love in my heart and in my mind because I was afraid of rejection? And finally, ask yourself, if I don't die today, if they give me a second chance to live, how would I love these people so that at the end of my life or at the end of their life, they feel good and I feel good about our relationships? Write down at least 3 to 10 things that you would do in order to love openly and fully. The fourth and final question. This question is one of the most powerful and most important questions that I always ask myself. Imagine that you are in your deathbed and it's your last moments. You know that after a few seconds you are going to die. I want you to think about your life and yourself and ask this impactful and powerful question. Did I and my life even matter? Did people even care about me and my life? Are there some people that will miss me and will remember me with respect and love? Or everybody will forget me as soon as I die? Because I had no contribution. I never helped other people. I had no impact in other people's lives. This question is the hardest question that I ask myself because I don't want to be forgotten after my death. It's so hard for me to think that everybody will forget me. I don't want that to happen. So I'm trying my best to have an impact in this world. So I want you to ask yourself, if I don't die today, what would I do to make sure that this world and the people in it will remember me with respect and love? How would I contribute to this world and to other people's lives? Write down at least 3 to 10 answers to these questions if you don't want to be forgotten after your death.